As we know by now, the rich people were terrified that the poor white people and that the black slaves were going to come together. It was the potential combination of poor whites and blacks that caused the most fear among the wealthy white planters. If there had been the natural racial repugnance that some theorists have assumed, control would have been easier. But sexual attraction was powerful across racial lines. In 1743, a grand jury in Charleston, South Carolina, denounced the too common practice of criminal conversation with Negro and other slave wenches in this province. Mixed offspring continued to be produced by white-black sex relations throughout the colonial period, in spite of laws prohibiting interracial marriage in Virginia, Massachusetts, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, the Carolinas, and Georgia. By declaring the children illegitimate, they would keep them inside the black family so that the white population could remain pure and in control. All through those early years, black and white slaves and servants ran away together, as shown both by the laws passed to stop this and the records of the courts. They were doing everything possible to stop black people and white people from loving each other, having sex with each other, conspiring together. In the 1720s, with fear of slave rebellion growing, white servants were allowed in Virginia to join the militia as substitutes for white freemen. At the same time, slave patrols were established in Virginia to deal with the great dangers that may happen by the insurrections of Negroes. Poor white men would make up the rank and file of these patrols and get the monetary reward. That's how slave patrols started. Slave patrols were a response to the too powerful force that was the looming slave rebellions and the fact that white people and black people could not stop intermingling. They had to put laws in place to stop white people and black people from having sex, from being with each other. Then they established slave patrols, which were comprised of poor white men who wanted money so bad that they were going out to find the slaves that were running away. That is where the police state, the institution of policing everything stems from the slave patrols. Y'all know that, right? The slave patrols were made up of poor white people. How does that translate to today? Why is it that if you have an IQ that's higher than a certain amount, you cannot be a police officer? Why do they go after the people that are desperate and who need a job and who are desperate to inflict power on others to be a part of the police force? I'm just saying the parallels couldn't be more obvious. They could not be more obvious, y'all.